Welcome to Mensense. Our first topic today, NFL, Ray Rice situation. What do you fellas think?
I think personally, at the end of the day, man, he just got caught doing something they've all been doing for a long time. And then when Roger Goodell got to it, you know, he was so used to getting stuff like that, he put it on the pile that, you know, I'm not tripping off of, and basically should have did that. Didn't know that the names would be like it is, and TMZ show came for that.
Two words: cover up.
Yeah,
cover up. I mean,
I don't know. I was watching something on ESPN and they were saying not even 1% of the guys in the NFL get in trouble.
she struck him first. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just saying,
He hawk spit on her.
where is it where domestic violence is reversed, where the woman?
Well, you already know that, and that's a great point, but it's like double standards when it comes to relationships about men and women. That we can go out and cheat and we feel like kings, and when they go out and cheat, we call them a hoe. So when you're thinking about a woman hitting on an NFL player, Ray Rice, you should take that and eat that, kind of like Jay-Z did.
Right,
So
that's
then take
right.
the
They
high
are
roll.
hoes if they go cheat.
That's a high roll thing. But that was very hard for someone to do. I agree with you.
You
man.
mentioned
That's very
Jay
tough.
and string back and punch.
Oh man,
But I also
his career would have been.
and
Jay-Z knew he did something.
Yeah.
Ain't no man gonna stand by like that.
No.
Nor is the wife.
Yeah.
The wife was like,
Zeno make it a great point, because at the end of the day, there's some women out here who are just as aggressive as a man.
Oh,
to
man, they
provoke
got
you
some
to
good
the
right
next
hooks.
level.
They got some
and got some
strong
good right
right
hooks.
hooks, man.
And it
Yeah.
takes an
Man, I done felt it
even
coming.
more incredible man to walk away.
Right.
So at Jay-Z, I commend Jay-Z, because with me standing in that situation, I don't know if I could stand there and just let somebody beat on me
Yeah, I just
so
got
much
that.
over and
I was
over.
like this.
No, but you walked away though.
Yeah, but
you
he was in the
walked away.
elevator, he couldn't.
But he's bigger than her.
I would have took that little red button, the one that makes everything ring. Dang, I was just right.
My wife would have beat the brakes off her sister if her sister tried to do that to me. So it's clear that he did something.
Yeah, but
Unless you did something wrong that
But
assisted.
remember
That's
what
what
they
I'm
were
trying to say.
Right.
remember what they were alluding to. They were alluding to that he was smashing Dame's ex-wife. Okay, and that's why she's standing and said, "Whatever,
not a bad slave.
let it go in." You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but
it's a bad trade, man.
But
That's
It's a
not a
bad
bad
trade.
It's
he's
definitely a
physically
bad
bigger
trade.
than her though.
Yeah. No,
So
yeah, he was.
he could have just held her back
You talking
until
about
the
Ray?
elevator.
You talking about-
Right, until
Oh,
the elevator opened.
No, Ray shouldn't have. He knocked
No,
the
he
fuck
can't.
out.
He should have hit it. So we all agree on that.
Absolutely.
We've all smushed our women.
And then the way he dragged
the
out,
pillow.
the way he dragged out of the elevator.
Yeah,
Hold your hands up.
sexually.
No smush zone. No smush zone. Alright? No smush zone.
I agree.
Nude photo hacking. What do you guys think about it? All of
Yeah,
the top.
Ray's the expert on this.
Okay,
all
well,
about
Ray's the expert
Yeah,
on this.
he's the king of selfies. He do at least 50
What about
a day.
Megan Good? And
hold on.
all
Okay, this is
of
what I
these
can say about
celebrities?
this, right? Since I got my iPhone, I really don't know all the things on your iPhone. You know that there's a part there that monitors every place you go. That if you don't disconnect it, everywhere you
Your
go,
location.
your location.
Yeah,
now,
will be
there was
identified.
something where me and my fiance, we were in the bathroom, you know, got the cameras or whatever, and there's this thing called AirDrop. I didn't know about it. I just got my iPhone 5. I didn't know about it. I didn't know what AirDrop is. The AirDrop is something that connects all your photos to, say, Twitter, Instagram, I mean, automatically.
Well, connects to other phones.
Tell the phones.
Okay, well, I was taking pictures and accidentally pressed the AirDrop, or got on AirDrop, and it went out on Twitter. And I was like, oh my God. And that was it. It was already retweeted by then. So I was like, man, I had no idea. So this technological stuff, you have to be careful if you want to do the little freaky flicks, because it could come back to haunt you.
Right.
Who was looking at you like, damn, right?
No, she was very upset with me, very mad at me, but she knew that it was done unintentionally. I would never want to send a shot out of my girl or any type of, you know.
I didn't see the one with your girl. Did I miss something?
I mean, you know, hey, listen, you know what I'm saying?
Man, give me my iPhone.
Yeah,
Watch out for the
Yeah,
all I'm saying is watch out for the AirDrop. That's all.
Well, how I feel about Megan Good, I feel like at the end of the day, I think she is getting all this negativity because she sent, pictures to her husband.
So what?
Her husband is
So?
a preacher.
So what?
I'm
Standard.
What you think?
I
But-
appreciate
standard.
I appreciate Kim's pictures. I appreciate all
All
of
the pictures.
And it shows you that preachers appreciate it too.
Of course, I think that we get caught into religion and thinks that, when you're talking about a preacher, he's not making love or having
But
sex with his wife.
he sees her nude every day.
Exactly, but it doesn't matter. But sometimes in a relationship, to spice the relationship up, it doesn't matter if you're a preacher. It doesn't matter if you're across seas and you're in the United States. Sometimes you need certain things to spice your relationships up. And I think that Megan Good sending that beautiful body.
Right.
Thank you, Megan. I don't care what they say about you, baby. You sexy as hell.
Kim Kardashian
You understand
too.
me?
Kanye
Kim,
West.
all that. For real. So thanks for social media because we get to share some of the things that, you know, we usually wouldn't get to
You was
share.
happy about that.
Oh, absolutely. I think Megan Good is beautiful.
Well, you know that when you take a picture and you send it, it has the possibility of getting leaked. I mean,
Yes.
Right.
you know,
Somewhere.
and we don't
I
know.
usually wonder where it go.
But you listen, the cloud. Hold on, let's talk about what the cloud
There it is.
I don't know
Yeah.
what the fucking cloud is.
I'm gonna tell you.
Erase the curses, we can't curse. But I don't know
I'm
what
gonna tell you
that
what it is. It's almost like it's your drive. It's your memory. It stores stuff. But
It's the devil.
But you're wondering.
It's the devil.
But you're wondering where does it store it at?
Yeah.
It stores it in this digital universe out here. You never know when it's gonna come
Hold
back.
on. You know when you post, when you get pictures, right? And in your phone, there's settings that come up to say allow or don't allow.
Yes.
So store
I
your
take
photo,
photos
you
off.
just-
I take photos
Right.
off.
So, but you never know. Sometimes you be in a rush. Okay, you don't know who has that picture. Next thing you know,
Everything
got
that
my
you
phone.
delete is sitting somewhere else.
On iPhones, yes, they have a delete
Yeah,
section.
but
So you have
even
to
on
delete
iPhone
it twice.
too.
Let's
I
move
couldn't do
on.
that with my wife.
Oh yeah, Peter, we're not talking about your wife. You're
It's
older,
standards.
respect her.
I'm
Yes.
just saying there's standards.
Not only that, but
You know,
Peter's wife has a
hold up.
halo over her head.
Right.
It's way
Oh,
different.
Hold on for a second.
Wait a minute.
I'm going to say one thing and then we could switch. Okay, he's an executive at a studio. Okay, he's up there. All right, young black executive. And he's also a preacher. Okay, so she knows what she was getting into. You know, and she knows, like you're saying, we don't know
We don't know where it's going. That's right.
So, you know, you got to slow down on all of that because if you don't want it to get out there, then don't do it.
Right.
But before we switch the
The
question,
human body
what
is
I
a
want to ask
beautiful
you is
thing.
this though. We know that it may go somewhere else, but
Yeah.
is she wrong for sending naked pictures to her husband?
No,
No, no,
definitely
no.
not.
Hey, Keisha Cole.
Cliff.
Keisha Cole. She beat up Birdman's side girl, and now she's getting sued.
Your Keisha's a thug. I
So are
love
the
Keisha.
side girls winning? Like, is it cool to be a
The
side,
side
girl?
girls,
You
because
get some
social
money?
media exists, but they're not necessarily winning.
I would have to say, in certain cases, the side girls are winning. Let me say why. Let me say why.
Preach, Vaughn.
Why? I'm gonna use the example seriously. Say all of us have, you know, our significant others, and we kick it and we go out. Everything that the side chick knows, the number one don't know. And most of the time, some people don't, you know, make it definite, distinguish between this is my queen and this is my side chick. Sometimes we mess up and make
We
the
love them
queen
both.
feel like a side chick,
Yes.
and make the side chick feel like a queen. But guess what happens?
That's a confused dude.
Exactly. But let me show you though. But that's what happened. We got a lot of
He
confused
might not
guys.
necessarily be confused. He might love all this stuff.
They might do that. But I'm saying, but think about it, Kenny, seriously. The side chick is
I
winning.
was
If she's
about
getting
to-
all the things that a queen gets, right? And she know everything about the queen, but the queen knows nothing about her.
But the side
So
chick
how she
doesn't.
not winning?
The
Yeah,
side
I'm
chick don't
gonna be
usually know
honest.
that
I'm gonna be
much.
honest. with
That's
you.
not true.
The side chick, if the side chick is winning, then the dude is an idiot.
Yeah,
But we got a lot of
They
dudes
should
in
never
here.
get more than a wife.
Well,
That's
first of all, it shouldn't be a number one. It should only be a only. I'm in a place now where I just want to
Oh,
own.
this-
it.
We are man, no. We
Right, it shouldn't be. It shouldn't be number ones. It should just be onlys. I'm in a place now where, and I'm gonna be honest.
I agree.
Since I've made that decision, I've made that commitment. My life has been a lot more or less, I mean, troublesome. It really has. I mean,
You're really selling it.
sure.
I'm really selling
no,
it.
it's the truth.
Hey, but Zeno,
Listen, I just got back from Charlotte. I do my walkthrough. I go to the hotel by myself. I put on, like you said, a little sports center. I knock out. I get up. I go get on my plane, and it's different for me because back in the day, I would go out of town. You'd always want somebody sleeping
Next to you.
Next to you. But now it really isn't that bad because I don't have to worry about, man, if what's in my phone. I don't have to worry about somebody
Hey, but guess
coming up
what?
on it. It really
Guess
isn't.
what? Let me say something though. I believe him because as a man, you done been through it. You done
Oh, I've
done
done
it.
it.
You done done
grew out of
it.
it.
You done
I
grew
grew,
it.
yeah.
And then
You
you
grew
felt
out
like
of
you
it. Oh,
found somebody who makes your soulmate that you feel like at the end of the day is irreplaceable. But some men, you're the minority, not the majority. All I'm saying is think about how many ladies out there who goes through saying, I'm just a side chick, but feelings get involved. How many men leave their wife or their girlfriend for another woman that was the side chick? Because everything that your wife, that you're claiming she's not doing, you telling your side chick. And the more you tell your side chick, you know what she do?
The more she
she's
gain
the,
on you.
she's the,
Well, those
she's
are
the best,
unexperienced.
she's the best tailor making
that's
in the world.
Those are
But
unexperienced.
yeah, but men are
cheaters.
just being greedy when it comes.
That's
They
true.
just want it all. You know, like you're being greedy.
Unexperienced cheaters.
You want
I don't
thing.
think side chicks are winning.
I don't think.
I don't think so either.
I don't think they know
First
all
of
that.
all,
It's more accepted right now.
Let me say
Today's
this.
society, it's more
No,
accepted.
it's way more accepted, but it's not winning because at the end of the day, they go through the extremes to be the side chicks. And at the end of the day, you have to know that we're going to look at you like, at the end of the day, it could be great, sexy, be amazing. As soon as you get on our nerves, and mind you, we have a woman at home that we share a life with. That's bills, that's children, that's dreams, that's a life, right?
Yeah.
And they have to be aware of that. So then they go crazy when they get left alone because they signed up for something they really can't mentally handle. But then the extremes are the silicone butts and all this surgery to make them look like these other women or these. Sorry, and it's not even like the Kim Kardashian thing. Yeah. We know that's not Kim's ass. We have pictures to show us that's not Kim's ass. That's not her sister's ass. But what I'm saying is the problem is they think that's the holy grail because she done been through all these athletes and this is now quota. Now think about what I'm saying. Amber Rose and Kanye West. You look at he had to have a cold stripper. Now she wasn't even famous. He just wanted to make a whole. He just wanted to make her a whole housewife. He wanted to do that, and then he got with the biggest one of them all. Mm-hmm. So now you're looking at what's cool. Status quo is like, I need to damn near look like this. Yeah. I need to act like this, and then I'm gonna get me what I want. Because these motherfucking hoes is women.
That's what I'm trying to
watch out for the scorn of a side chick now. Like you mess around with them and they gonna take a picture and it'll be on airdrop and it'll be on your iCloud.
I understand all of that.
Don't go to sleep.
This is what I'm about to say. Kenny in the club, live, killing it every night. You got to think about the ideology of a man. When he looks at a situation, he thinks about a woman, right? Yeah. He thinks about how he wants to get that woman, whatever it takes. So if his number one thing is I got money, I'm gonna flash that. Especially in Atlanta, Georgia. Straight up. You know how many girls go out just because of the car? You know how many guys ride around the club at night, don't even go in the club? He just ride around at night because he got a nice car, because he knows that's what she's going to gawk at. So when you're talking about a side chick winning, it all depends on what's winning. It's subjective. What does she want? She want a bag, she wants shoes, she wants sex, she don't want no commitment, she want to go to the next person.
They want love.
She want to go pit.
They all want love.
No, they don't. They want money, and then after they get through the money situations and the fame situations and traveling, then they may want love. You find a woman that
a lot of them been scorned. A lot of them been scorned. A lot of them scorned.
That's their love. That's why I say subjective.
That's how they feel worth.
That's what they feel worth.
But a lot of them been scorned to where is that like they tried the whole love thing, it didn't work out. Guy cheated on him, and now it's like, okay, I'm going to get what I can out of this guy.
Absolutely, because I feel women are chameleons. They try to be like men. They hide their morals to the side, but at some point, like you say, they'll find them.
But there's a place.
Men have to stop cheating.
Hold on, let me pull it back though. Keisha Cole is getting sued. She's getting sued by the
side chick.
By the woman.
She's getting sued.
But we don't know if that's the side chick. We don't know. We don't know if Keisha could have been the side chick.
That's right.
We don't know.
Keisha don't know.
We don't know. Don't say it right.
You don't know who the side chick is.
Only Birdman knows.
Only Birdman. Call Birdman.
Birdman spent a lot of time with Young Thugger, so we don't know what he like in general.
Yo, then she has to let him handle that. Yo, your bitch is suing me.
The love of my life. Hold on,
Right.
Peter. Hold on. Man, we don't know. We're not gonna start talking about Birdman because we don't know what he likes in general.
Yeah.
All right.
Although that was a little tip. Young Thugger just said that it was the love of his life on Instagram.
So let's move on. Let's move on to the next topic. We're talking about Beyonce and Jay, right? The HBO ratings, pretty low. Do you feel like they're overexposed? Are we tired of it?
Well, we saw the concert series. First of all, they did stadiums. Kudos to them for packing out stadiums, but that was the highlight.
They've been touring for the last 72 years.
Everyone's seen the show. What's left to see on HBO?
Absolutely.
No, I got a question for you.
Well, I'm going to say this before you post the question.
Yeah.
I think in their mind that people didn't actually see them together on tour. You know what I'm saying? Because Jay do his thing.
Well, it was kind of together though, Pete.
Yeah.
It was kind of like she even
but they
did
never
verses
really.
to his song.
She really he do the garden, she'll come out, but she's not gonna do a song with him. She'll come out, but together performing together as husband and wife. Come on.
They just did a whole stadium tour.
They're trying to milk
I'm talking about
everything they
before
have.
That's what it is.
All right.
That's what it is.
They're trying to milk
about
every
before
little
that.
piece of milk out that cow.
But they're supposed to.
Right.
So at the end of the day, you got to think about it. Michael Jackson had Thriller.
Right.
He had Billie Jean.
Now they're about to make Thriller. They're about to do that.
That's what I'm
They're about to do an album.
I heard.
That's the last piece.
That's the last piece. That's why I'm saying it. At the end of the day, they understand. Listen, we're not turning down HBO. Hey, if
she said it,
it's
right?
$1 billion, we're not turning down HBO.
Flawless.
We're not turning down Showtime. At the end of the day, the world has seen it. But just in case you have not seen it and you're gonna pay me millions, I'm gonna recast it again and replay it
Why
again.
not?
Right, but it's overexposure because
It is.
we're not interested.
I can't wait to be overexposed.
Do you think they would have been better off postponing, if they could have, the tour for a year after the whole elevator.
I think they should have got
You can't do that now.
Yeah, I'm gonna say they should have got
No.
missing after the tour and did the album, waited
Right.
like 2 years. 'Cause
Right.
see, this is the point where I think that artist development comes into play, even for super celebrities. Back in the day, we used to have departments for that.
Right.
There was a protocol on when you got released and why you got released
Right.
and what you were ready for and not ready for. They and Jay, no one can tell them anything. You know,
Right.
Beyonce writes all her songs, Jay writes all her songs. They're their own kind of entities. They put the pieces together because they have business minds, but at the same time,
I don't think she writes all the songs.
well,
I didn't think
right.
she did either.
She has
I
vision.
heard
She has
that.
vision.
vision, though.
She has vision
She's
for
an
what she
amazing
wants.
artist, but
She has vision for what she wants. My point is, at the end of the day, you are supposed to know when to pull back.
Exactly.
Why do you think Sade goes 10 years
Thank you.
without performing?
Well,
'Cause
she's
that
a
bitch come
different-
out,
she's a
and she-
different
No, but it's the same.
beast.
It's the same in the fact that even like with, you know, because you're an artist, you know how hard it is to remain in the test of time and go through the generation. Jay is as relative today as in '96 when he dropped Reasonable Doubt.
Yes, he is.
And that's a hard task. So make me miss you. I don't want to hear you on no Amigos record. I don't want to hear you on no Young Boys record. I want
But
you
that
to
was,
do Jay.
but that was the theory back in the day. Now, you know, back in the day, you put out one album per year. Now, I mean, like they, you know, it's like they're gonna milk it 3, 4 to 5 years straight with social media because they feel that if they do wait, well, now the next
Absolutely.
person comes in
I
and
agree.
steals their shine.
I agree.
And that's where we're
But
at.
ain't
with
nobody
social
taking
media.
Jay and Bay spot.
I don't know about that.
Nobody's
I
gonna
don't
take
know
their
about that.
spot.
Nobody.
If they
I'm not
if
saying
they lay low, if they lay low long enough, you never know.
They will not be
Nobody
out of the
knows,
tap.
you know?
Listen, they will not be out of public. You know, they won't be out of pop culture. They'll be out of not of doing music. But you can take a year and do a tour speaking in colleges. You can do a year to go study fashion in Milan. You can do things.
And every day that camera will be on them in Milan,
right,
every
right,
single
but
day.
they don't hear
Wow.
music.
But when you have a
Oh, you're
blow
just
up,
only talking about music.
Yeah,
Just
that's what I'm
music.
saying.
no, but you need,
Okay, I
you
got
need to
you.
recognize this. When you have a blow up like that, a media blow up, what happened in the elevator? I mean, don't you think it's wiser to pull back?
That helped him.
No,
That actually helped him. That helped him.
That's
boost
a
the
Everybody
ratings.
thought they would get a divorce.
No.
Yeah.
Everybody thought it was a problem.
And
because
then
Beyonce
she,
didn't protect
and then
him.
she go do a song
And
about
then she go do a song
And
about
talk
it. And
about
then
it.
she goes on tour with her husband.
Right,
yes.
And I love my husband. And
Absolutely.
it culminates in the MTV Awards.
I know
When
you
you
like-
get that big, you can't do no wrong. When
Right.
you get that big, whatever you do, Jay cheat, Beyonce cheat, whoever cheat, you can't do no wrong.
No.
Right.
Beyonce
But hold up though,
cheated.
when they decided that they were going
I'm
to
sure
do
she
stadiums, right? They thought that they were going to actually sell out 50, 60, 70,000 seaters. It didn't happen.
Right.
That didn't happen.
Right.
Okay, so the HBO tour, you know, live in Paris, live from Paris, was supposed to take it over the top.
Right.
Okay, but you had probably around 10 million people saw them already. You know what I'm saying? So those people weren't interested in watching what they were seeing.
No.
And that's why the ratings was low.
Right.
I think right now, they need to go sit down somewhere for at least 2 to 3 years.
I agree.
before
2
they
to
can
3
come back.
years.
2 years.
Beyonce had a great album.
Yes.
Jay-Z, on the other hand, and this is my thing, and I don't want to sound like a hater because I love Jay too, but it's like, I mean, a lot of this music is just, it's hype. They hype it up because of the characters they are, and it doesn't stick.
Right.
A lot of the music is hyped up with when you're doing all kind of things on Twitter and social media to hype it up, and then when just your natural inner being listens to it, it doesn't stick as long as a hit would really
Right,
hit if
right,
it wasn't hype.
right.
You
Yeah,
understand
you're
what I'm
right.
saying?
And that's my point.
There's a lot of hype going
I
on.
personally don't care anymore. I personally don't care.
I think
It's a lot of hype.
I think that he stands the test of time with his contribution. I think that
Me too.
you too.
No, we wrap it up.
All right,
He like Jay too.
no, but I just think at the end of the day, they both have stood the test of time. Their respective genres, and I think that the body of work shows that. At the end of the
One
day.
question
agree,
before
I
we go. If you had to pick Jay-Z or Beyonce, who would you pick?
Beyonce, man. Like, what? You kidding me? Like, you know what I'm saying?
What do you mean?
To sleep with, nah.
Yeah, I need to know what
Name
why
one.
we picking that.
You hit it on the head.
As far as authentic music,
Yeah.
as far as someone you would miss more if they said I quit.
Beyonce.
I don't
That's a
really
good question.
But you know what? I don't even really listen
That's
to
hard.
Beyonce.
That's a
like
hard
that.
one.
The only
I'm
ones
just
I really
saying,
listen
you-
to that what we
Yeah.
play in the club. I don't really.
But I'm just saying, if Beyonce quit tomorrow, Jay-Z said I'm quit tomorrow, who would you miss the most?
I would miss Sade before I miss Beyonce. I'm just real talk.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
I listen,
real
I'll
talk.
go put in when I leave on the way to my son's game. I'm gonna put in Sade. My point is that ain't my generation, or even it's not speaking to me.
Right.
Beyonce, what she's speaking to is a generation. You know, because it always happens this way. When you're a
When
musical
she's
artist,
shaking her ass, did she speak to you?
absolutely. But that's a whole.
That's like saying, do you like McDonald's or do you
Right.
like home cooking?
right.
You see what I'm saying? Like, they're making fast food music right now.
Let's talk about Mike Brown's shooting, okay? So Police Chief Tom Jackson, he apologized to the family for leaving the body on the street too long.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts about that?
I was there. I went to St. Louis.
Did he leave the body?
Yeah, it was
They left it out without even coming for like an hour.
no 4 hours.
Oh,
hours.
The body was on
The body was on the body was on the
4
floor
hours.
for 4 hours.
Yeah.
I went there and I got with a guy that actually taped it on his iPad, and he said that the officer had left the scene for 30 minutes, and they was wondering where he was at. He was next door over this old woman's. He ran to this old woman's house, and he went into the bathroom for 30 minutes. She was, are you all right in there? The police officer, and he showed me his, which now actually CNN and the Justice Department got his footage, and he was trying to sell the footage. But when I'm looking at the footage, you could see the ambulance pull up, and then the ambulance left. They put Mike Brown in a Suburban. So it was all kind of cover-up things going on.
Right.
And it's so obvious when I went up there to see, there is a real disconnect of what's going on. I mean, honestly, the police, the National Guard, just the Ferguson powers that be over in St. Louis, there's a real disconnect with the minority, with the black population. I've never seen anything like it. I think the people up there probably the most, in our time, in our kids' time, this is why I told my sons to really pay attention, because this is their civil rights time. Now, I didn't know what it was to march back then, other than the Million Man March, which I wasn't able to take place in. Just to go down there and see these young kids actually stand and march and make walls on streets and protest in front of these army, in front of these police, was something I had to go up there and see for myself. It was.
But weren't there like several performers that went there? The rappers.
I've seen Talib Kweli there. Now, of course, Nelly lives there.
Right.
I think a lot of hip hop. When we had the Source magazine, politics and hip hop went hand in hand.
Right.
I think now, especially the rappers that are really making a difference and really making a lot of money, I think they're shying away from it. And we have to bring.
A lot of people didn't know, but a lot of people did that initially because they didn't know the whole story. And this is my point.
Yeah.
When you actually got to see the store footage of him bullying the guy, taking the Swisher Sweets or whatever he was taking, right? Yeah. I knew it was something bigger than he just got killed. Now, the way he was murdered, he was murdered, right? But I wanted to get the whole thing, just like I knew Puff didn't speak on it right away because he wanted to get all the information. Because once you jump out there, you're out there. Now, when you look at what happened, he murdered that little boy. He had the opportunity, and no one has yet produced the footage. You might have saw it on the iPad.
I've seen.
But when the guy, he says he went into the thing. He said that Mike Brown went into the car. This is what was reported, and that he basically shot out the car.
He shot the car first.
Yeah.
Hit him once, and then Mike was like, "Wait a minute." That's when Mike got down, put his hands up. That's when he walked on and just hit him up like 4 or 5 more times.
Yeah,
But why would he leave the body out so long?
Well, no, I think it
was a cover up. They didn't want nobody to touch him because they wanted to cover up.
They wanted to clean up.
Of course.
This is what I think. I think one, they want to show an example because you don't leave an uncovered body that long. That's just first and foremost. Second of all, you had the policemen who actually I've never heard of a policeman being protected that long. In a case
This
case
guy's
like
28
this.
years old.
Right, but how many
He's a
days?
kid himself.
How many days did it take for it to come out?
28.
How many days did it take for the policeman's name to come out? 2 weeks.
Yeah.
It was
I mean,
wild.
they've been protecting him. Listen, the police are up there wearing "I am Daniel." Like they're wearing bands now. I mean, it's so obvious to see that we really still have a major problem
But the whole
with
police
race
force
in America.
is white, basically.
Yeah, then they have a black man. And then they have a black man come from the state trooper to lead the face of the march, the face of we love you community.
80% black people live in Ferguson, and I think there's maybe 3 black police on the whole.
Yeah,
absolutely.
that's a problem.
We already know that racism is real, and this has been happening for how many years? Forever. But at the end of the day,
Even for us light skinned brothers.
Exactly. But at the end of the day, Mike, absolutely. Mike Brown was murdered.
Yeah, he was murdered.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Trayvon Martin was murdered.
Yeah.
And at the end of the
The
day,
list goes on and on.
Yeah, it goes
The list
on and
goes
on. But
on
it
and on.
goes to show you it's just a new way, just like social media, it's a new way to be in a racist situation.
Right, to
Listen,
perpetuate
this might not get us our
Absolutely.
deal, but I feel that the racist white mentality that is still in power is trying to continue the mental suppression that we've all been under for so long.
I don't think it ever stopped.
No, it hasn't stopped, but I think they're the minority now. But the minority's still in power. right? So at the end of the day, it's like, okay, if the majority of the senators, the majority of the Supreme Court, the majority, I mean, although we have a black president, the majority of people that go against them are white,
Right,
and they're trying to hold on to a period in time in America where
disrespect.
but it's past disrespect. But at the same time, they will not be able to, you know, stop the growth, the rapid growth of the world browning, whether it be black or Hispanic. It's moving at a unbelievable
Listen,
pace.
it's a systematic attempt to keep black folks. And look at hip hop. You know, hip hop was something that came out of the hoods, black, Latino, to make it where is that little Johnny and Susie, the white kids up there, to say, you know what, the music, the culture, these guys ain't that bad. Like, you know what I'm saying? But it's their parents that are saying, no, you know what I'm saying? You can listen to the music, but you know, we have to make sure that what you're worshiping and what you're listening to and what you're coming home, bringing home, has a little bit of shade of what you are. And it's just my opinion to where I think hip hop, whereas that it was a leading form of our voice. It was our civil rights movement. Politically, it's kind of went to the right to where there's really no revolutionary type of messages anymore.
So it's watered down.
It's to the mass.
Wow.
But even it was been sensationalized to the point where they're making us believe that we got to be derogatory, negative, gun-toting, shooting, gangster motherfuckers to have a voice. When they started in hip hop, when hip hop started, I'm gonna put you that far back, but when it was positive messages.
Right.
When you think about Sugar Hill
fun.
Gang, you think
Yeah,
about
It was fun.
right, and it was stories, and it was
Public Enemy.
Exactly,
Yeah,
but when you think about those times, you think about having a good time, or you thought about a message. Now it's like the last bit of that racist mentality is still in control, and until they are pushed out of office, and that's why it's so important to vote. That's why it's so important to be, active in your community, because
Absolutely.
the numbers will. I mean, it's a voting system.
Yeah,
The majority rules.
So you got to step out and vote
And you
to
have
change
to
the
do it.
system.
You have to do it. And Obama was the first
Real
the first real change as far as what we could do to push the the human agenda, right? And even Obama, we all it's
Social media that got
We get
it.
and
no,
speaking of-
but yes, absolutely. But I think it's more important that people wanted to see something different. You saw a certain type of pasty old white man in that office since the beginning. Am I lying?
No, you're true.
They wouldn't have hired True Black Peter, but they're gonna hire a light-skinned man that speaks intelligently, inspires you.
But I got to move on to the next topic. We're talking about social media,
An
and
attractive blue black.
Now-
His skin is flawless.
no, my worry is what's going to happen when Obama is gone. But anyway, who's going to be in there next, and what's going to happen to the country?
What's going to be in there next is another pasty white person.
And then what's going to happen when that comes back to all of the progress? But that's not on my
No
list.
progress. But you gotta ask yourself. I think the only enlightened thing that happened, at least this is where I see it, of him being in office, is just that tell us that all things are possible.
Right,
question.
right.
You know what I'm saying? But everything else that he tried to do,
And there's
they
no
controlled it.
excuse.
Well, healthcare was
They killed it.
incredible.
Yeah.
Healthcare was incredible.
Yeah.
And the
Well,
fact that
we always went to the emergency room anyways. Let's face it, we really never cared about healthcare as a
No, but we
people.
should.
We went to
We
the emergency
should.
room.
We should.
We
We
never
can
had
stop cancer early. We can do a
our
whole
primary
thing.
doctors were the doctors at the emergency room.
Right, right.
You know what I'm saying? We really never had.
You know, I
But
was
it's
watching
time
a
to
thing last
elevate.
night on
Yeah.
television, and they was talking about the whole thing that's happening in Africa. And then, they showing all the people that was cured, that they flew over here to Atlanta to get cured.
Yeah.
Everyone was white.
Right.
And then on a rapid pace, every day, these black people are dying over there.
Right.
And I'm saying the same thing that they used to cure these 5 white people.
Why can't you send it? Why can't
just
you
send
mass
over there?
produce it?
Yeah,
Because it's money.
Yeah, mass.
It's like the war. It's like right now.
Yeah.
Obama tried to keep us out of the Middle East and keep us away from these problems. But these motherfuckers got to shoot these bullets and fire off these rounds because they made all these tanks and planes and
gotta
it's a
balance.
business.
It's a
And these are the
balance.
people that
Yeah.
are funding America.
Yeah.
These are the people that are funding the movement.
But we can't go back to pasty white old man because then they'll be.
But it's not
able
gonna be pasty white woman. They're not gonna allow a woman.
No.
They're not gonna allow it.
But our culture is not going to be happy to go back now that we've seen some type of progression.
I think what's going to happen is that we already know that a change could come.
Right.
We like
Therefore,
speeches. We like speeches.
Yeah, well,
I like
no, it's
I
not.
like
Hold on
common
for a
sense.
second. It's for the fact that we see that a change could come. So now we're not just going to accept anything.
No,
Exactly.
Now we
So a white
now
man
we
can be
understand
that.
the problem.
A white man
Yeah.
can continue that movement.
But he's
A
gonna have to
woman
love-
could-
They're going to have to love the black folks.
They're gonna have to love people. See, this is my
People,
thing,
period.
right?
Human.
My
It's a human-
son, my
it's a human
son,
agenda.
they don't see color like we saw color.
That's
Just
right.
like we don't see color
That's
like our
right.
parents saw color.
That's
So
right.
the browning of the world
That's right.
is a good thing because it's just showing you that listen, it's an epidemic that you have to understand and embrace.
And
right?
embrace, yes.
And at the end of the day, everyone is.
Or you're going to get left behind.
Well, we got to be careful because in 100, 200 years, you might not see a dark-skinned man in America like me.
And as we talk about that, let's talk about social media and how it's affected the household,
That was a
the
good
marriage,
transition.
and the marriage, right?
Yeah.
20% divorce rate up because of social media.
Is that black families or is that?
I don't
I
have.
think it's higher. I think it's higher. I think it's higher.
But how do you think social media is having a negative impact on married relationships?
I'll tell you how. I've been married 15 years. I host a stadium, which is a strip club in DC, Friday night. The guy offered me $2,500 if I did a post to host the next, just like I, stay in the media, 25 posts. I said, okay, cool. I'm like, what's the photo? He's like, just get the atmosphere. So I sat down and had two girls with big asses stars, right? So I'm in a picture like, this shit is crazy. I gotta call my wife immediately after I posted shit.
Right.
I called like, Jess, babe, what happened was dude offered me $2,500. Now if I post a picture, I'm gonna leave it up to the morning. She's like, babe, I was like, it's 3 o'clock in the morning. Ain't nobody gonna see it. Let me just get this extra bread. She's like, all right. So then I get a text 2 minutes later because AG snaps the picture, makes it black and white. He posted like, my man's in DC, da, da. And she hits me back. Are you a trap star or an executive? At the end of the day, I communicated what was going on. You go to my page. It's Revolt. It's Kenny Burns Lifestyle Specialist. My family, and it's curation.
I'm going to say this to you.
Yeah.
If you have a strong foundation in your relationship, it's not going to be a problem.
It's not a problem
Not
because
gonna
I
have
erased the shit.
Because I'm out. I mean, 20 million
why I
people
ain't
know our
problem.
name.
Took it down.
And I'm out, and I'm going to put, I'll promise you, 99% of the pictures that I take is with females. I'm probably on 10,000 different Facebook pages.
Yeah, no
Okay,
problem.
with some
But she
girls.
don't have a problem with that. She's had a problem with
But
asking.
yo, she already know what it is.
Social media just makes it, you have no privacy,
Yeah.
and she knows what you're doing 24/7. Now, if you're being true to her, you're not cheating, then you have nothing to worry about in the first place.
Absolutely.
Really, social media is just kind of like an extra little incentive to not cheat because you'll get caught.
But you can control what you post. Now, what you do in the public and other people to capture.
Let me say
is a
something
whole
right
other
quick, too.
conversation.
But I got a good question for you after.
Okay, my grandfather just passed. I was telling Peter
Sorry to
earlier,
hear
things. 96 years old, right?
That's a hell of a life.
Yeah,
Let
hell
me
of a
get
life.
it
Sure,
down.
that's
So,
when you told me.
and his mindset and how he spoke to me, or articulate he was, he told me about everything that you can imagine, from social media to politics to everything you can. And he said something easy. He said, when we wanted to cheat, we had to call somebody landline. You don't know who's gonna pick up. So it makes it a lot harder to cheat.
Who is this?
Okay, so think about that. You don't know who it's gonna be, right? So that's a lot harder. But now, when you're talking about your kids and everything, everybody has privacy very quickly. Your kid, 13, 12 years old, have his own cell phone. You got to monitor what they're doing, what they're saying, and how they're saying it. So, for example, you're right. When you're doing the right thing as a man, it's easy. But most of us are not doing the right thing. That's the minority. The majority.
The problem.
But let me say something to you.
No, the problem is goddamn loving hip hop.
So that 20% you're talking about will rapidly grow to 50 and 60%. Because it's too many avenues for you to be advantageous to go cheat when it's not working.
Vaughn's funny, yeah. See, Vaughn.
You don't know his real life. Nigga got home.
Case in point.
No, it's the
Who
truth.
has your password to Facebook? Does your lady have your password?
Fuck no.
No. Can she get on and see the private?
It's called a password for a reason.
Listen,
It's called a password for a reason.
I called my wife, hold on, 8 years into my marriage, I called my wife horny as shit from one of my hosting days. I'm like, babe, I'm trying to have phone sex. This shit's crazy. She has a phone. She don't answer the phone.
Yeah.
My dumb ass emailed somebody. She went to my email. Saw the email. I didn't email nothing in particular, but that.
Wait a minute, hold on, slow down. You said you went to call first, she didn't answer.
Right.
So you was that horny when you emailed somebody
No,
else.
I should have did it drunk. Yeah, my phone. I emailed somebody and I said in the email, I said in the email, I didn't even say nothing about me being horny or anything. I just said, yo, I'm in town, you should call me. You know, with the
ASAP, because I need to get this off.
Right,
now.
but with the problem,
But look, that's an email.
Why you even say
That's an
that?
email.
I'm gonna say this
We
to
can
you,
track
Marcus.
that.
The answer is, okay, the
Yes.
rate's gonna get high.
Yes, right.
You know what I'm saying? We all
listen to
know
my
that.
motherfucking point. Right. The problem is that at the end of the day, when she went through my phone, I said, listen, babe, I called you, I was drunk, I made a mistake. Don't go
So
through
now
my
I'm
shit. No, don't go through my shit because as social media became more popular, I can't control what my friends send me.
Right.
I can't control what people email me. I set the boundaries.
Right.
These are the boundaries. I'm not going through your shit. Don't go through my shit.
But my point
It
is,
just so happened
my
that
point
she
is,
answered
if your
the phone.
significant other says
Right,
to
too.
you,
Like I was trying.
I want your password, what are you gonna say?
I'm gonna give it to her.
Oh, you gonna give it to
There's
her?
nothing in my
Yo,
phone.
I don't even know who you are. Tracy.
He's still love it. Absolutely. I'm gonna be honest with him. I'm gonna be totally honest. She has my. Listen. I'll sit there, right there in front of her. We'll be sitting together, and I'll go with my password. My password, so nobody else can get it. Not for her not to get in it, because there's nothing in there.
Right, but if you say
I've
no,
crossed that threshold.
You know what,
you're
yo, I'm
different.
gonna say
But
this
if you
to
say no,
Hold on.
if you
I'm not
say
gonna
no-
say that you're lying. I'm gonna say this. What I'm gonna say is that, you know, and I'm a grown ass man that's married to a grown ass woman. Okay?
But you was a fucking player before you got married.
Yeah, but that's why it's cool now. Because, you know, like 25 years of that, of being nightclub owner, I ran through all of that. I always say, and I can't even say what I really want to say now, but that shit
But that's my point.
You understand what I'm saying? But
Shut down.
get back to the question. The question is
Yeah,
that
the question
hey,
is-
look, if you want to keep that together, okay, my wife have her password. I don't
Right.
touch her phone.
Right.
She can't touch my phone.
Right.
Okay, but at the same time, we got to remember why we're together.
Right.
Because we
But
want to
answer
be
the
together.
question. I mean,
You know
answer the
what I'm
question.
saying? It's gonna go up.
He just said
It's gonna
if
increase.
she asked you
She
for your
asked you-
password,
Yeah.
are you giving it to her?
Yeah, I'll give it to her.
Okay.
Because I have shit in it.
There it is.
You know what I'm saying? But if I did and I like start stuttering, of course there's gonna be a problem.
We know
I'm gonna say,
that.
okay, not say, yo, I could have yours, you could have mine.
Of course.
And we good.
That's a negotiation. Yo. Don't go through my fucking phone.
But look, then the question is, if you say
didn't
no, will you stay together?
First of all, she's not gonna ask me because we
No.
made a motherfucking agreement in the 8th year, and in the 15th year we don't have to go through that bullshit.
Yeah.
Oh, that's written down?
No, I
That's
think
why
it's
law.
That's why I called his ass back two minutes
think
after.
That's fine, but I have expected them to
2
call like
minutes
I'm
after.
posting the ass
You
shot.
did.
That's
That's
the Constitution of Kenny
Who are you?
Burns. Not everybody's going to be able to go by that Constitution.
Absolutely.
A lot of
Nobody on this panel been married longer than me.
Good point. Give me some.
Fuck
Yeah,
y'all
Good
talking.
point. Good point.
Hold on, how many shows I've been offered,
Great point.
Pete?
Good point.
How many years?
Yeah, you was
Housewives been
smart.
after me?
And why won't you do it?
Because I
Because
sell
he knows
fantasy.
this shit is
No,
janky. He knows you can't do that.
I sell fantasy for a living.
Right, you do.
You're the lifestyle specialist.
Motherfucking right.
Kenny,
Okay,
honestly,
good.
I got
That's
lot
a great
of respect
excuse.
for
Thank you.
Because when you're out on the scene doing your job,
Thank you.
you're doing your job.
Period. I
But
don't
when
do it at
when I
home.
talk to you outside of work, it's all family.
Yeah.
I mean, it's always been.
And everybody know that. See, and that's my point. Even as you both, my big brothers have just mentioned, I'm over that shit too. I'm ready to lead the club. It just pays me so much money that I gotta wait until, you know what I'm saying?
No, that's a good thing.
But
That's a good
my
thing.
point is, I don't buy into the lifestyle anymore. I sell the lifestyle.
There you go.
Right.
You're on top of
I
it.
got you.
That's being
I like that.
That's being
And it's also being mature.
That's a parent.
It's also being a man, but it's also being a
Yeah,
man.
that's the key.
He knows the game.
He knows the game. He understands I'm gonna sell this lifestyle. I'm gonna be cool with it. But at the end of the day, I'm going to my son's football game. On Sunday.
right.
And then
About to get 50.
because sometimes you go in the club and you have this, ambiance, and you come across like Kenny, Benzino, and everybody up here, and you think that you're not picky, but I'm probably one of the pickiest guys you ever meet.
Yeah.
Straight up.
Real
hot
skin
for
no
a
more.
black
It's your lifestyle specialist, Kenny Burns, and you can always find me on Mensense.
This is your boy Benzino, and you can definitely catch me on Mensense.
What up? Marcus Jackson here. You can definitely catch me on Mensense.
Hey, this your boy Javon Barnes Sims, and you can always catch me on Mensense.